At that on the surface, though, if you tell Mississippi State fans, man, y'all have got a chance to win 2 conference games, I don't think they get excited about that. I mean, it's hard to put this thing at a half, but that's where it should be.
Yeah. By the way, ACC only plays 8 games too, right?
That is correct, yes.
Clemson's over-under is a 7.
I mean, we've looked at their conference schedule.
So it's unbeaten or not.
Or not, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they go undefeated or do they drop a game? Because at Louisville's a tricky game. They got Georgia Tech. I mean, there's some tricky games.
Oh, I think you play that over.
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah,
I'd play them
because
at 8.
I think worst case, if you're getting it if it's 7.5, then it's a little dicey because you only have that one blemish. But at 7, you can still have a loss and a push.
Yep.
I mean, for them to lose 2 conference games would be shocking.
And this will not shock anybody when we say this, but you can expect a lot of carnage in the Big 12. 9 conference games in the Big 12. They don't have a 7 over-under.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
In 9 conference games, nobody even reaches 7?
Arizona State's a 6. Kansas State's a 6. And that is it. I'll look through it again.
All right.
9 conference games. I'm right about that, right?
They do play 9 conference games in the Big 12.
Arizona's a 3. Arizona State's a 6. Baylor's a 5.5. BYU's a 4.5. UCF's a 3. Boy, BYU's 4.5 at quarterback leaving. Hurt them.
That's tough.
Cincinnati's 3.5. Colorado's 3.5. Houston's 3.5. Iowa State's 4.5.
Wait, who was the top? Was it Arizona State at what?
Arizona's 3. Arizona State's 6. These are in alphabetical order. Kansas State is the other 6. Oklahoma State's 3.5, TCU's 4.5, Texas Tech's 5.5, Utah's 5.5, West Virginia's 3. There's 2 6s. They got nobody.
Wow.
I mean, nobody going 8-1.
Last year, 6 wins or better in conference for the Big 12. I've got it.
Iowa State, Arizona State,
And BYU.
I think Colorado did, didn't they?
7 teams.
Yeah.
You had Texas Tech, TCU, Baylor, Colorado, BYU, Iowa State, and Arizona State.
All 6
plus.
6 and 3 or better.
Let me tell you what we've done.
You had 4 7-2s. Colorado was 7-2 in conference last year.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget Colorado played that game. It was against Kansas, but it was at Arrowhead. And if Colorado wins that game, I think they're in the Big 12 championship game. Now, they didn't. But had they won that game, I think they're in the Big 12 championship. Here's what college football has done, Jim. The college football analyst world.
Don't use the P word. Oh.
What?
I thought you were about to tell me about parody.
No. The college football analyst world has way, way over-adjusted on Arizona State here.
I agree.
They have way over-adjusted. They got burned bad last year by Arizona State, and everybody has way over-adjusted. Look for regression to the mean. I say the same thing about Arizona State I said about Vandy. Vandy had a tremendous year last year. They were a good story. They went to a bowl game. They got some wins. Vandy's dialing it back.
The last
Arizona State is the Big 12 Vandy.
Really cocky coach to get humbled, and I think everybody enjoyed it, was Tom Herman. I think Kenny Dillingham is about to get humbled.
Yep.
Our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing bringing you our start to the show, college football conversation. You can get a free, absolutely free, no-cost roof inspection up there from Greg from Pell City. All you have to do is contact him by phone, 205-542-3531. You see the number on the screen. You can go to Facebook, follow Greg from Pell City there, drop him a message there, or you can go to their website, stormrestorationroofing.com. Greg is A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. He's been doing this locally for over 20 years, which means he's fantastic with your insurance agent, knows most of the guys, so that helps you out a little bit. They trust Greg when it comes to assessing what's going on your roof. And then he's able to handle storm damage, roofing replacement, and even has his builder's license so he can do restoration and repairs. Again, 205-542-3531. Our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing and our friends today at Bojangles Brownie. Tell us about Bojangles.
It can be bow time for you at Bojangles. Coming up at lunch today if you've missed that chance to get breakfast.
Welcome in to the Pennant Grace. Me and Ush are back together in the same studio after a while due to some fall camp and Ryan Grubb.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Take that, Ryan Grubb.
If you missed Tuesday's show,
Couldn't keep us apart.
I was a little late to getting on because I was at fall camp for Alabama and Coach Grubb was a little bit delayed, and Ush took it as an opportunity to potentially think it was intentional or that he might be a fan of a rival team, and that was why he was keeping the Pennant Grace on delay.
A little delayed, Tyler, is what she said. Did you notice that? A little delayed?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a frog's hair
But
delayed.
that actually inspired what we're going to get into in a little bit, which is SEC coaches as MLB fans.
Yeah.
So thank you, Coach Grubb, for that.
And if you're wondering what you file that under, that's filed under this season is a disaster. Let's be creative with some topics.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would be saying, well, the Braves lost to the Brewers again last night.
Got swept.
And so they start a series tonight against the Marlins, 6:15 first pitch. The joke always being the Braves play the Marlins more than any other team.
It feels like that.
Trying to think of my delusional optimist spin to put on the Brewers series. You did at least lose to the best team in baseball right now.
At least. Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Milwaukee's really, really good. And even going into the postseason with the best, if they hold on to the best record in the National League and go into the postseason with that, I still don't think they're going to be a popular pick.
Yeah.
Because they haven't done it before, and people just say, it's the Brewers.
It's a fluke.
That's not going to have. That's not going to happen. They'll get put out, and so that alone makes me think, maybe I will pick them.
Yeah, Osh is in his best rowback today.
Yep,
head to toe, looks fabulous.
Only the best.
And we do have a show announcement at the end of today's episode, so make sure you stick around for that. But where do they need to go shop to match you, Osh?
The place is rowback.com. The code is PG20, and the savings are 20% off your entire order. Fill your cart at rowback.com. You might want to get this azalea collection.
It's so good.
I walk out of the house with this thing, and compliments come flying at me.
As they should. It's a great shirt. Compliments are coloring well.
And so my walk turns into a strut pretty quick because I'm filled with confidence. You can be filled with that same confidence. Go to rowback.com, fill your cart, enter code PG20, and save 20% off your entire first order.
A few of you guys in the chat, Hunter Bussy says, Pav and I are having a watch party. We love that.
Yo.
Hello, Pav. Forrester says, I'm mad at Mariners fan Ryan Grubb, too, since they've beaten my Sox last 2 nights. We don't know if he's a Mariners fan. That is a rumor.
He is
I'm just assuming it.
Yeah, and Scott, he's an enemy of this show.
I'm good with that.
And anyone associated with this show.
Wow, that is not what we need out on the internet. We love you, Ryan Grubb.
Fighting words.
He doesn't even know the show exists.
He will now.
I heard that Ryan Grubb has beef with the Pennant Grace.
I
saw that somewhere.
I saw it online.
No. Yeah, I did.
I read that somewhere online. Yeah.
Robert says, saw a stat yesterday that only 2 times since 1967 have the Braves lost 100 games in a season. ... On pace to lose 95 this year.
Yeah, so the thing about the Braves, when I was a kid and the Braves mostly struggled during that time going up until the 91 season. But they never were just off the charts terrible.
Completely out of it, yeah.
And so they were just like run-of-the-mill bad, regular bad, not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how bad. And then you would have that, the roughest years really that anyone at this point thinks and remembers are the rebuild coming off this last run.
Yeah.
It got pretty bad.
Yeah, it did.
And it was not, they weren't fun to watch, and the lineup changing and the roster changing constantly, and guys that were in that you knew were short term, you couldn't
get attached to anyone.
Thinking about, I remember that feeling of, before pre-Austin Riley, where it was like, man, is the team ever going to replace Chipper at third? And so I remember those days. We talked about this Tuesday. I don't think we're headed for that. And you don't either.
No, we said revamp, not rebuild.
Revamp, not rebuild. And that's what I think you're going to see. And I think the 2026 Braves will look significantly different than the 2025 Braves. But I think you'll have some the pieces up front are going to be familiar, and that will lend itself to an air of familiarity because you're going to have Ronald Acuna Jr. and Matt Olson and Austin Riley, prominent position. Austin Riley, by the way, on the IL, joining all of his friends, really.
All of his friends.
You look at that lineup, they'll release the lineup for tonight, and don't expect to be impressed.
Don't expect to be familiar either.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what all that looks like. The rotation is going to be really interesting. You know, you and I both believe that there's weakness and depth with the rotation. When healthy, it's a great rotation.
It is so fun to watch too.
You know, remember every single pitcher from the opening day rotation is on the IL right now. Chris Sale's getting close though.
Yeah.
And they think he's going to do like one rehab start and be back in, which is on a lost, forgotten season that Chris Sale wants to get back out there, speaks to everything Chris Sale is. But the big one's going to be that bullpen. You know, that revamped bullpen. And then, you know, seeing where Jesse Chavez made it official in his retirement really got me to thinking about the night shift and the importance of the night shift to that.
I'm wearing my World Series sweatshirt today.
Every Braves fan knows that the Atlanta Braves do not win the 2021 World Championship without the night shift. They would just, to me, that's central almost part of it. Now, you could point to Soler and Rosario and those heroics, obviously. But, man, those guys came up big time. Yeah. And I'm interested to see, because I still do have a lot of trust in Alex Anthopoulos, what he comes up with. Yeah. Because I hope they take the loosen the purse strings and let him do what he does.
Yeah, I agree.
Let him cook, as the kids say, Tyler. Let AA cook in the kitchen. That.
All right, well, we did some cooking in the kitchen. We came up with 2 graphics. Now, I'm not the best graphic maker. I am going to preface it, but I sent them to Forrester.
He is the best graphic maker.
He is the best graphic maker. And we looked at these 16 coaches in the Southeastern Conference, and we said, what team would they be a fan of? Now, we did not look up hometowns or what, you know, teams that they might have an affiliation with at some point.
Yeah, we didn't. The rule was don't Wikipedia these guys. Or where did they grow up and things like that. So some of them we already know where they're from.
Yeah.
And obviously, college football is right around the corner now. Teams are in camp. Practice going on. You have this anticipation building to week 0.
Yeah.
And so as a nice little primer, we thought, well, the SEC by and large is in Braves country. So let's tie these two in.
Okay, we're going to start off with my picks.
Yes, ladies first.
Ladies first. And we are going to start off with Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah. So I want to preface or butt in quickly.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Okay, but why? Why do you think
because
this?
Everything about him says Yankees fan.
But he also kind of looks like Derek Jeter, if you just look at him and glance away.
I mean, without my glasses?
Yes, without your glasses.
And that I have some type of illness, then yes,
but if
he's
you
Derek
just
Jeter.
okay, force your way in here.
Okay, see, I've always thought he looks like a one of the Wii characters.
Oh man,
wow,
that's perfect. How have I never noticed this?
Wow, yes.
I think somebody in our chat once suggested that, and I'm stealing it because they nailed it.
Hey, that's
the shape of the head.
Yep, that's dead on. Yeah. But I get major Yankee vibes.
Just the whole everything. I don't know. I also was feeling good about that. Okay, let's go to Tennessee's own Josh Heupel. Braves guy.
Okay.
Classic approach.
He looks like one of us.
He looks like one of us.
Face shape of that of a Southern sports fan. Yeah.
If I saw Josh Heupel at Truist Park with his family, getting some Dippin' Dots or some nachos or hanging out at, one of the establishments outside, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I would. Only thing I would do is probably give him a look as to why did you just pay money for Dippin' Dots?
Yeah, maybe. But he has the budget as a
waste of money
head coach. Okay, let's go. Mark Stoops. This was a little difficult, but I went Red Sox.
Okay.
I think that something about his outward impression, I'm also thinking about media days, it just gives me a Boston sports fan.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that.
Shane Beamer, Cubs.
Okay.
A little bandwagon.
Hard for me to separate the Beamer family from that, Virginia Mid-Atlantic region. So I was thinking Orioles for him, but I can certainly see Cubs. And I don't know where he's from. I don't know where he was actually born or anything.
Unfortunately, he's from, well, not unfortunately, but he's from South Carolina.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's from Charleston.
Did not know that. How
So I
about
didn't want to assign him the Braves just because of Braves country.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the Cubs, I don't know. I can just see him really enjoying
that? Much to Scott Forster's chagrin, there are Cubs fans everywhere.
Yeah. And he just
I
feels
know.
like that.
I know. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Clark Lee. I went Dodgers.
Yeah. I don't know about this one because I feel like Clark Lee's way too boring to pull for the Dodgers.
But I think that's almost why I picked it.
Okay.
He just is. I'm going to go with an LA team
That's winning.
that's winning.
High profile.
High profile, good colors.
Okay.
I don't really see him as much of a, day-to-day consumer,
Okay.
but his fandom lies with the Dodgers.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. Up next, we have Billy Napier.
Yeah.
I'm with the Reds.
This one feels right too.
And this one, when I saw his name on, the assigned list that I got, it just came to me. And it just made sense.
Billy Napier likes the Cincinnati Reds. He's inoffensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're fine.
Of course.
Yeah, Billy Napier. That's fine.
All right. Jeff Levy.
Mm-hmm.
Braves.
Now, when you were at SEC Media Days,
I liked him.
yeah, you mentioned that last night. You're like, this guy comes across pretty well.
Yeah, I'm also realizing that subconsciously Austin Riley went to Mississippi State.
He did.
And that might be why I'm assigning that.
Yes.
But classic Braves country guy, similar vibes to Josh Heupel.
Also, a chance that my son will be attending Mississippi State. So if he does, I will become a big Bulldog fan and a big Jeff Levy fan.
I rounded things out with Mike Elko and the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
A little gruff exterior.
Mm-hmm.
You either love him or you hate him.
Yeah, and I think that Mike Elko is a guy that doesn't have any problem putting away a few cheesesteaks.
Maybe that is the case.
A few was the term I used. Yeah.
And I think that Texas A&M, the brand is very similar to the Phillies. You have some very loyal individuals.
Phillies don't have yell leaders, do they? Or
No.
male cheerleaders, do they? Okay.
No. But I think that, again, you either love them or you hate them.
Shots fired
Lots of shots
to
fired.
Phillies correspondent Travis Millsaps and Philly Nation there by EG. Okay.
All right. On to Osh's picks.
My picks.
I'm excited about these.
All right.
Start us off.
First off, we have Brian Kelly. And I went Yankees for Brian Kelly.
That makes sense. I was a little surprised about that one. Can you tell me your reasoning, or was it just strictly?
He seems a little northeast to me. Again, I didn't look up where people were from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He is from Massachusetts.
Okay. So I could have gone Boston there.
Yep,
Probably
either
should have
one.
gone Boston. But I just kind of got that kind of vibe from him. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You nailed whichever one. Well, I don't know which way you're going. Well, you honestly nailed the next two.
Okay, you tell me which one I nailed.
Kalen DeVore.
Yeah. Again, inoffensive pick.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer, very inoffensive. Nice guy. Seems like just kind of like a Midwest,
Yeah.
Staple. The Detroit Tigers have been around for a very, very long time. Just kind of there. Kalen DeBoer.
Been around in the football world a long time.
He has. And that one felt like I thought Twins.
Oh, I could see Twins.
But ultimately, I went with the hot hand, and I went with the Detroit
Yeah.
Tigers. So next up, we have Lane Kiffin. Now, he's not understated.
No.
That's one way to put it.
One way, yes.
All the swagger of let's go Dodgers, Dodger Nation, and Lane Kiffin. That was an easy one for me. Successful team, a team that plays with a lot of that. Honestly, could have fit with the Padres as well, but the success isn't there, and I could see just Lane dropping them, because they're not winning. Obviously, a guy that spent a lot of time in Southern California, and so Dodgers.
And the colors still match up
Yeah,
his current stock.
absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
that one was perfect.
Next up is Sam Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
He's our guy.
He
Look
is
at
our
him.
guy.
You've been behind this guy at Truist, waiting in line to get a hot dog.
Yep.
And he already somehow was holding 4 Budweisers in his hand.
Yeah.
As he was waiting to get the hot dog. Sam Pittman's got to be a Braves fan.
Has to be.
He's gotta be.
I think he is someone you'd want to sit next to at Truist Park. I think he would have his family around him. He'd be a very jovial guy.
Yeah.
We want him in Braves country.
That's right.
We want him.
We do.
Yeah.
Sam Pittman to me is one of the most likable, maybe the most likable coach in the SEC.
Agreed.
Checking in with the chat. Scott Forster. So I spent a lot of Saturdays at Casa de Brown at the house of Ryan Allen Brown. And there is never a time when there is a Kentucky game on where we do not make some type of Axl Rose mention.
The resemblance is undeniable.
Yeah, so if you're thinking he doesn't look anything like Axl Rose, look up modern day Axl Rose and then put the two faces side by side, and you will be amazed. And so every time we go live from Kroger Field, I'll look at Ryan and say, "Do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby."
Nice.
It's a Guns N' Roses reference for those who don't
That
get
was
it.
good. That was good.
Trav Millsap said, well, the Phillies have the most losses in MLB history. Yep. Checks with Kentucky there. And then Scott Forster Drinkowitz is a dork, so this checks out. That's hard to argue as well. All right, back to the list. Let's see who I have here next. I can't
You got Hugh.
I have Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze is, I know for a fact, Hugh Freeze is a Southern guy.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even have to, I didn't look anything up. He used to coach at Ole Miss. He's now the coach at Auburn. He's from Mississippi. I know that. You hear that when you talk to him. He spent a lot of time in Memphis and Arkansas and all that area. That feels Braves to me.
I could see it, but I could also see him kind of being a fan of like a very obscure team.
I thought that too, and almost went with Jimmy D's Rays.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Next up, we've got Brent Venables.
This one, yes.
He is the coach of
The Sooners.
The Oklahoma Sooners. I don't know if he's from Oklahoma, but he's from somewhere around there. He's like a semi-Midwest kind of guy.
I can see that.
Looks maybe slightly annoying enough to be a Cardinal fan.
He's from Salina, Kansas.
There you go. Okay, so he's a Midwest guy.
Yep.
They're pretty void. There's not a lot of teams in there, and so you're going to get, some Cubs and Cardinals there. Mm-hmm. And I see him, that seems like a good fit for me. Then we have Eli Drinkowitz. Somewhat controversial, Eli Drinkowitz. People like him, people dislike him.
Mm-hmm. He's a great soundbite.
It seems very Cubs for me.
That checks out.
Scott Forster says his dorkdom alone makes him a likely candidate for a Cubs
Very
fan.
much so.
Yeah.
I buy it.
And then finally,
this makes sense.
I can't see who that is.
Kirby Smart.
Oh, the hair looks different.
Well,
in
I think
that picture.
I was trying to align these headshots correctly, and I think this is a very young photo of him.
So, yeah, I was going to say, I've never seen Kirby. I don't think anyone's seen Kirby without the same haircut because I think he's had the same haircut since first grade. The haircut is a Braves fan haircut.
Yes.
I think this must have been the last time he smiled, too.
I think so, too. I've never seen it. Just my brief interaction with Kirby at the Regions.
That was so funny.
Where I asked how he was and asked me how I was. I said good, and he said as he walked towards the drink tent that I would be doing a lot better if I had a drink in my hand.
It was so, and then what did you say? You said something back to him. I said
that's true.
That's true. It kind of did some numbers.
I think that Kirby Smart absolutely has spent time in the chop house.
100%.
Yeah.
But you can't be the head coach of the University of Georgia and not be a Braves fan.
Yeah. He's a Braves fan. He's a Georgia guy. That one is the one I'm the most sure of out of all of them.
I would agree. Look at them next to each other.
I like it. This was so much fun. So tell us, what you guys think. We can send that out too.
Yeah, we are.
Make sure you follow that at the Pennant Grace. And
maybe we'll get some replies from the coaches themselves correcting us.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
And we hit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 16 as Braves fans.
That's so good.
We're such homers.
We are such homers.
None listed as White Sox fans. That was an error on our part.
Yeah, sorry, Forrester. Is there one that
I'm trying to figure out which one would be the most White Sox?
Yeah, can you weigh in on this?
I would say that was another one I considered for Kalen DeBoer.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, the White Sox are on the move. The Pope's a White Sox fan.
That's right.
That's true. You guys do have the Pope.
We're on the
Forrester.
come up.
That's right.
I think that kind of covered all the bases. I would say, I don't really know. Maybe
I'm going to go Clark Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could see
that.
that.
That's a good one.
He's a Midwest guy.
Yep.
He was at Notre Dame before Vandy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Clark Lee.
I might have
like
missed
that.
on him with the Dodgers.
That's okay.
I think I missed on him.
The thing about the Dodgers, the Yankees, those are teams that are going to have just very, very casual bandwagon fans.
And I think that Clark Lee lands on that side versus the Lane Kiffin side.
Yeah.
So, two parts of the same sandwich, if you will.
Yeah, and he's the Vandy fan, so a Vandy coach. We haven't done a lot of time to really investigate.
That's true. I really like him,
haven't.
though.
That
He's great.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, this was fun. We need to do more of these, and I'm glad that we married the two things going on.
Yeah.
right now.
So as baseball, and it's going to be different this year, obviously, as we are not in the playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fun. Playoff baseball is fun and worth watching, even if your team is not in it. That coincides with college football being in full swing, and then the NFL being in full swing. The fall is a tremendous time for sports fans, for people like Forrester and I. Friday nights, being at high school games, and then having the whole weekend of football. It is absolutely the best. You mix in Major League Baseball playoffs. That is just sports heaven.
Such a good time of year. But we did promise you guys a show announcement, so that is where we are landing this plane today, and that is the announcement that I have officially resigned from my position with the next round. I have some opportunities that I cannot turn down. I'm very excited about, and so that means that we are unsure of what the future is under the Pennant Grace. And we do know that under this current format, it will not be the same. So we're going to take some time to figure out what exactly that looks like going forward. We've debated, thinking about, would we rather the Braves be doing well right now or be in the state that they're in? And I think it makes it a little easier that the Braves are not excelling right now.
It does, and we don't know what the future holds, and really none of us know what the future holds when we really think about it and get super philosophical about life. But we know this is the end of the Pennant Grace as we know it. This is the end of this incarnation of the Pennant Grace. Yeah. And so a few thoughts. Number one, what was the best thing about the Pennant Grace? The one word you would describe the Pennant Grace as? For me, it would be fun, F-U-N. It was just fun to do. It was something we could look forward to every Tuesday and Thursday and know that we were going to have a great time. So I want to make sure to thank people for what they've been able to do to make this a reality. So first, to thank just the company itself, for Lance and Ryan and Jim and Bo and everyone for making the Pennant Grace a possibility, for allowing us to be on this platform, to use this wonderful studio. It's been fantastic. Duke of Denim, Reed Taylor, who was instrumental in it, a frequent guest and just so supportive of everything that was done. From Behind the Glass, for Dr. Tim Milton, for Tyler Lionel Johns, and from OG Scott Forrester. Also, early in the run, from Sean Henniger, Rockstar.
Yeah.
Love those guys. Appreciate them so much. Could not have done anything that we did without them. Relied on them heavily, not just for the technical aspect and making the show run, but for all they contributed to that fun that we talked about. These were integral pieces to that. Jim Dunaway, want to thank Jim, because Jim was always so good to promote the show for us. He was also a frequent guest there. The main thanks would go to all of you guys. The show became such a labor of love because we had such a great audience, and it really was the PG family, and that's the way it felt, and the interaction that we would get. And it was so much fun to hear from people on their thoughts of things going on, or their experiences going to games, or anything that we talked about. Even when we went off the rails, which was often, but they would enjoy it and jump right back in. And that was what we always wanted to do with the show. It was never going to be a super serious breaking news type show.
There was no way. But while I have you guys here, I want to thank you, Ush.
Wow.
Because this is not his day job, despite what you may think, because he is so talented in front of a mic. And I remember I asked Ush, I can't remember how the initial conversation went, but it was, I think, Reed that suggested, would Ush be interested? And Tim. And it worked out. And when I tell y'all, the interactions that we have in here and the fun that you see us have, it is completely authentic.
Yeah. And
we loved every single minute of it. But this would not have existed without my co-host, Ush.
It's the show looks like a conversation in my living room.
Yes, that's
it's
what we
really
always wanted it to
the
be.
kind of same thing. And so I wanted to my biggest contribution was just coming up with a punny name. She's like, we need a name for the show. And I was like, I can't think of anything that goes with McWhorter.
I know. A little mouthful.
But I was like, Emily Grace, I can do something with that. So it was a true honor and a pleasure to be able to do this. And on behalf of my broadcast partner and I, we loved every minute of it. Want to just, again, thank you guys for being a part of it and making it so enjoyable. Again, Scott, Tyler, thank you guys so much for everything that you've done for the show. It's been so much fun.
Been so much fun, and all good things do have to come to an end, and this is one of them. And we're not sure what, it looks like going forward. We're not completely shutting the door on the Pennant Grace by any means, but we do want to keep you guys in the loop that for the foreseeable, next couple of weeks that we will not be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if you still have Braves thoughts and opinions, please let us know. Our accounts are still going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, we're, as far as we know, we're not dying.
We're not dying. No. Hopefully
now,
not.
Eventually, I guess we will. We don't think about that. This is not a morbid show.
No.
But we'll still be around, and and we'll, still be interacting for sure.
We will. With all that being said, thank you, Braves Country. You guys made this so much fun. And I got to, live out my dreams of covering the Atlanta Braves. And hopefully one day when you turn the TV on, you'll see me there interviewing our favorite players and inside of Truist Park. But until then, we love you. And feel free to go back and watch all episodes when you miss us, or, send us a tweet letting us know, because we're going to miss you guys. But with all that being said, we love you guys. And until next time, Braves Country, we're the Pennant Grace.